Do you ever wake up feeling like life is stuck on loop? You scroll through Instagram or WhatsApp, rush through the commute and workday, feel completely drained, go to sleep, and repeat the whole cycle again. Days turn into weeks, weeks into months, and somewhere deep inside, you wonder, am I actually living or just existing? Here's the honest truth. Your habits decide your future. The small things you do daily either keep you stuck exactly where you are, or they slowly build the life you've always dreamed of. So in this video, we aren't talking about random, impractical self-help hacks. I'm going to share 10 realistic habits that will completely change your life in 2026. Habits backed by psychology, science, and real experiences. And if you stick around till the end, I'll share one bonus habit that almost nobody talks about, but it's the one that makes all the difference. Let's get started. Habit number 1. The morning clarity ritual. Most of us wake up and immediately reach for our phones. The problem? You start your day in reaction mode, flooded with WhatsApp forwards, work emails, and news notifications. Instead, spend the first 10 minutes after waking up just with yourself. No phone, no notifications. Drink a glass of warm water, sit somewhere quiet like your balcony or a corner of your room, and ask yourself one simple question. What actually matters to me today? This simple ritual rewires your brain. You stop letting the outside world control your mood and start taking charge of your own day. Habit number 2. The 2-minute movement rule. You don't need to hit the gym for 2 hours to be healthy, but your body is meant to move. Here's the rule. Every time you feel sluggish or lazy, just move your body for 2 minutes. Do some basic stretches, a few push-ups, or just take a brisk walk on your terrace or around the living room. Why? Because motion creates emotion. The hardest part of any workout is just getting off the couch. This habit tricks your brain into starting, and most times, those 2 minutes will easily turn into 20. Habit number 3. Focus on one task. Deep work. We live in an era where everyone prides themselves on multitasking, but multitasking doesn't make you productive. It just keeps you distracted. Pick one highly important task each day and do it with full focus for 1 straight hour. No phone checking, no switching tabs, no background TV. Psychologists call this deep work. 1 single hour of pure focus will get you better results than 5 hours of scattered, distracted work. This habit compounds over weeks, and you'll see a massive boost in your career, your studies, and your creativity. Habit number 4. The digital sunset. Our brains just aren't wired to handle glaring screens until 2 a.m. That's exactly why you feel so tired, anxious, and restless the next day. Here's a powerful habit. Set a digital sunset. Pick a fixed time at night, maybe around 10 p.m., and put the screens away. Use that last hour before bed to read a book, journal, chat with your family, or plan out tomorrow's schedule. Not only will you get much deeper sleep, but you'll also reclaim your evenings, which is the most underrated time for personal growth. Habit number 5. The Sunday weekly reset. Most people just drift through the week, letting things happen to them. Instead, once a week, maybe on a Sunday morning, take 30 minutes for a reset. Look back at the past week. What went well, what didn't? Note down your top 3 priorities for the upcoming week. Clean up your desk or tidy up your room a bit. This habit gives your brain a fresh, organized start. You stop living on autopilot and start living intentionally. Habit number 6. The 5-to-1 social energy rule. Here's a hard truth. The people around you directly shape your habits. For every single draining, complaining, or negative person you have to interact with, balance it out with at least 5 positive, inspiring interactions. This could mean listening to an uplifting podcast on your commute, calling a supportive friend, or actively participating in a positive online community. Your environment is always stronger than your willpower, so design it smartly. Habit number 7. Gratitude anchors. We usually think we'll be happy once we achieve our goals, like getting that promotion or buying a house. But research shows it's the other way around. Happiness actually helps you achieve more. Here's the habit. Every single night, write down 3 small things you're grateful for. Not major milestones, but the little things. The hot cup of morning chai you really enjoyed, the 10-minute evening stroll when the weather was nice, or a kind gesture from a colleague. Gratitude rewires your brain to look for what's good rather than what's missing. That mental shift alone changes how you experience life. Habit number 8. Learn for 20 minutes a day. Think about this. If you spend just 20 minutes a day learning something new, that adds up to over 120 hours in a year. That is more than enough time to master a completely new skill. It could be reading a few pages of a book, taking an online course, or watching a proper educational video instead of endlessly swiping through Instagram Reels or YouTube Shorts. The goal isn't to rush your learning. It's about learning consistently, because the day you stop learning, you stop growing. Habit number 9. Silent mornings, silent nights. There is noise everywhere. Traffic, reels, music, constant notifications. Your brain desperately needs silence to recover. Try starting your mornings and ending your nights with just 10 minutes of absolute silence. Just sit, breathe, and let your thoughts settle. It might feel a bit uncomfortable or boring at first, but over time, silence becomes your superpower. It creates the mental space where clarity and your best ideas are born. Habit number 10. Act before you're ready. Perfectionism kills dreams. So many of us wait for the perfect right time, the perfect plan, perfect skills, the perfect moment. But here is the reality. You will never feel 100% ready. So start before you're ready. Hit send on that email, post that first video, launch that side hustle you've been thinking about. Action creates confidence, not the other way around. Bonus habit, the deathbed. Perspective. Once a week, pause and ask yourself, if I were 80 years old and looking back at my life, would this specific thing I'm stressing out about right now actually matter? This habit instantly cuts through the noise, ego, and social comparison. It grounds you and reminds you to align your life with what truly holds value. Because in the end, it's not about your bank balance, status, or how many followers you have. It's about the memories you made, the people you loved, and the person you ultimately became. So, those are the 10 habits that can change your life in 2026. Not in one day, and not in one week, but over months and years, they will completely transform who you are. Now, let me ask you, which of these habits are you going to start with today? Comment below and let me know your number one pick. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe.
Because your future self is watching you right now, and they are silently hoping you choose to start today.